This is the Conscious Hour. You're going to get a quick update here, and then I'm going to shift you over to another screen so you can watch the destruction that's happening now because Iran is pummeling Israel.
But the country has been, in only one day, very much destroyed and even obliterated. The heavy and pinpoint bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted throughout the week or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world. Peace through war, in other words, is Donald Trump's plan, even though he ran on.
So he says it's going to be going on a long time. We're going to shift over here to this other screen. And now you're going to see the wave of missiles that Iran is launching. And remember one thing, they have hundreds of thousands of missiles. And so this is just the second round.
The second wave has arrived. Iran is striking Tel Aviv again. And this time the scale is larger. The penetrations are deeper. And the defense systems that were supposed to hold are not holding. The videos are coming in faster than we can process them. Multiple angles, multiple neighborhoods, multiple points of impact across the Tel Aviv metropolitan area. Fires that were already burning from the first wave are now joined by new explosions. The skyline that Israelis have looked at their entire lives is unrecognizable tonight. Column after column of smoke rising against the darkness. Emergency services overwhelmed. Sirens that have not stopped since the first wave began, now joined by new alerts, new warnings, new impact reports from districts that were untouched an hour ago. And the defense systems, both of them, are failing to hold the line. Let us be precise and direct about what we are seeing because the language matters here. The Iron Dome is not simply being overwhelmed by volume. The American Patriot batteries that were repositioned to the Israeli theater as part of Washington's force posture ahead of this operation are not performing at the rates their operational specifications promise. We are watching in real time a systematic penetration of the most expensive and most celebrated air defense architecture ever assembled in a single theater of operations. The second wave is doing what the first wave could not fully complete. It is demonstrating that the first wave was not a lucky break. It was a proof of concept. Iran tested the gaps in the first wave. Iranian military planners watched what was intercepted, what was not intercepted, which approach vectors generated successful interceptions and which did not, which altitudes and which terminal phase profiles caused the defense systems the most difficulty. That is standard military doctrine for any multi-wave attack.
So think about that. Then think about this. They have hundreds of thousands of missiles. The missiles that they've sent in so far are the older missiles. In other words, they're getting rid of their old stockpile. But the new stockpile that they have will blow everybody's minds. They have missiles that can travel between Mach 12 and Mach 16, which means from the time they launch it from Iran to hitting Israel, a minute, a minute, minute and a half at the most. And the yield, you ain't seen nothing yet. But Iran had been very patient for how many years? Ever since the coup d'etat, they've been waiting and waiting and waiting and just saying, God, why don't you just leave us alone, West? Why can't we just be a sovereign nation and live among our own people and do trade with everybody? But no, the West and Netanyahu, we've done every war in the world, United States, Israel, Mossad, CIA, Afghanistan on. Every war we've been in was based on a lie and based on Western domination. They want to take control of the world. Well, we can end the world. Yeah, if Netanyahu decides he's going to use nuclear weapons. And then the whole region will go up in smoke and radiation. So, you all out there supporting America, think about all the kids and fathers and mothers that are in the military. They're going to come home in body bags. For what? For the lies of both administrations all the way through. Iran was a problem. Iran was a problem. Bullshit. Western aggression has always been the problem. And Mossad, CIA, they aren't, don't think about America, folks. Take your flag and throw it away. Take your loyalty away from this country they call the United States of America or Germany or France or England. It's run by a bunch of megalomaniacs that are corporate profiteers, and all they want to do is make money. And just look at the poverty of the United States. Look at what they're doing with ICE. Look what the pedophilia they're tied into. Human organ harvesting. We're witnessing the devil right here on planet Earth, and it's coming from America, it's coming from Iran, it's coming from all of these little cluster fucks that want to get together and, oh, we'll just rule the world because we got more money than everybody else. Really? The irony is your money's not worth shit. In 1971, we went off the gold standard. You have a piece of paper that you're blowing up the world for. Think about that, folks. Think about now they just closed the Strait of Hormuz. It's closed. That means the oil prices are going to go sky high. You want oil traveling through there? No, 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 folks. You ain't going anywhere. You bring your ships in here, we will sink them. They have hypersonic missiles that go underneath the water. They bring the battleships in, they're gone. If there's 5,000 people on a battleship and it sinks, that's 5,000 Americans that are dead. For what? The profiteering of Donald Trump or the Biden administration, or I'll just take it, the Republicans and Democrats that fund this thing? You just look at how much money we've spent since the Vietnam War, and it's hundreds of trillions of dollars. All of them were based on lies. All of them were based on aggression. And we're going to control the world. Well, I'm glad I'm alive and I get to watch the final shift. Maybe we'll actually get to heaven on earth where we create a global economy. That's what BRICS is about. That's why all these other nations saying, we don't need war. Why don't we just be trading partners? You can't until you get this parasitic disease called Zionism and you flush it down the fucking toilet. They can still exist. They still own everything. Just sit down, shut up, and be part of the global community worldwide. We don't need a military industrial complex. We need that like we need a fucking hole in our head. So it's time, folks, to speak out. It's time to get on it and call your congressional representatives and tell them one thing. You're not voting for them again. That's it. No Republican, no Democrat. Vote them out in November. Vote them all out. Don't hang on to your flag. Dump them. Flush the toilet. Bring in independents. Bring in anybody that will go against this war machine. Because if we make it to the other side, meaning we don't blow the world up with nukes, then we could probably get to heaven on earth. There's a whole blueprint out there, folks. There's a whole business plan ready to go. You bring all the world together. But that's a whole nother chapter in the Conscious Hour. Thanks for tuning in. Share this video. Keep sharing, keep posting these things. I'll keep putting them out all night long to keep people posted so they know what's really going on. Tell your friends to go to YouTube. I can't post enough to pull all the pieces together, but I'll try my best to keep it focused. But go to YouTube. Get off of your mainstream television, ABC, NBC, Fox, all those, flush them down the toilet. Do not watch them. You're being lied to. They aren't telling you the truth about what's going on. Use your common sense. Go to YouTube and check out YouTube for your news source. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and please donate to the 501c3 because a lot of people out there are going to need money, and the money that comes in goes right back out to people that need it. I live simply so I can simply live and try to be the conductor. Let's get to heaven on earth, folks. What is that? You want to do that? We can have a conversation after this is all over. The business plan's already there. Take care, share, like, and donate.